Frontlines is a new Paladin spell that says summon a minion from each player's deck, repeat until either side of the battlefield is full. Now, obviously this is a cool card, but the problem is it costs 9 mana. So I was trying to figure out how to make it cost less than 9 mana, and I stumbled upon the Barbaric Sorceress, which says battle cry, swap the cost of a random spell in each player's hand. So yeah, that's the combo we're going for. Of course, for frontlines, we want a bunch of big stuff, which is what I have. And with all that big stuff, probably makes sense to be playing Vandar and Cavalry Horn. So very straightforward deck, but not nearly as straightforward as simply clicking a subscribe button to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Is it the big Paladin mirror? Almost certainly not, but either way, full mulligan. Love a good Vandar. Man, if I can draw Barbaric Sorceress, I would be a very happy Paladin. I did think something was up when I saw the Restaurant Viper. Okay, there's a Sorceress. She's not discounted, but still good on turn 6. Possibility that I make a 3/4 here. Nope. Oh, Templar Captain is an insane draw. Oh. Well, that's a card. Oh my god, and it blocks my Sorceress with this curse. That's so annoying. Alright, well I drew a bad equality anyway. Probably just 50-50 the Sorceress here. My turn is just so bad otherwise. Nailed it. That is the good thing about the Sorceress setup. Sometimes if it's a little bit off, you can still just high roll. Maybe it's safer to play Immortalized in Stone, but it's not nearly as cool. And I have to imagine I win this roll anyway. Oh, they barely even got anything. Another Sorceress. I actually should not have made one of those attacks, because now my lieutenant doesn't eat. Oh, the Abyssal Wave, that's pretty good. And they gain the armor, because they got the Crush in the right order. I am still showing 28 damage. That gets rid of 7 of it, but they're still dead here. Wanted to play Immortalize in Stone for the BM there, but winning the game also works. Well, Sword of the Fallen's good, right? It's actually a bit interesting whether or not I play Reckoning here. Because on one hand, I kind of want to get it out of my hand for Barbaric Sorceress, but on the other hand, I only have 2 secrets that can be pulled off Sword of the Fallen, so this might block one. I probably just get it out of the way for Sorceress, though. Alright, glad I cleared something out, so I can coin Sorceress into Immortalized in Stone, perhaps? Well, I do need to dump the curse, so Sorceress doesn't suck. Get wrecked. Your next minion will also get wrecked. Oh, that's pretty good. Either target I hit is good. Alright, Immortalizing Stone is definitely worse than Frontlines, but still pretty good. So I hit something that costs 3, that could be Dragged Below, that could be Full-Blown Evil. Probably one of those two. And I will likely never know because it'll cost 7 for the opponent to play. Justice demands retribution. I can play another Barbaric Sorceress next turn, and then I can play Frontlines on 8. That's not much cheating, but it is a little cheating. Although this is blocking it now, so probably not the play. It can still be good for this to be played on turn 8. Even if the cheating aspect of Frontlines doesn't really matter, I can still make something in their hand too expensive to play. Oh, Lightforged Cariel, you say? Let's go ahead and see what I can dredge up. None of these are particularly good. Maybe an equality to go with my Cariel for next turn. Oh, a playable Frontlines, huh? I don't even know if I should play this. But I do have rushes. Got some stuff that deals with the board. I got some taunts. Love hitting Gigafen. Not a great Neptulon, I will admit. It does have Wind Fury though, huh? Maybe it is actually a pretty good Neptulon. It gets out of the way for this 5/5. So even if they have Entitled Customer here, it is at least hard to deal with this 4/5. Oh, they play Twisting Nether. I don't think that's common. Maybe it is, though. So I could play another Frontlines here. I only get a Brasswing, a Templar Captain, and a Vandar off of it. It's not great, for sure. But my opponent does only have 7 cards left in their deck. And if I can snipe, like, Zakul, stuff like that, then it can be pretty good for me. Snipe Little Tamsin maybe, Mutanus, Siricast Cultist. Alright, I think this went pretty well for me. Let's go ahead and... Let's see, I do have a Brass Wing here, which will kill this. So I'm healing for 8 here. Making this attack leaves it vulnerable to Abyssal Wave. I think this is fine. I heal a lot. So unfortunately I didn't hit Bran or Zakul. Both of those would have been really nice to deal with. I did make one of their 1 mana cards cost 9. I've seen Double Touch, so I guess that's Coil. They have a 1 mana dragged below. So they have a full-blown evil that's unplayable, I think. I have a lot of damage here. This does 11, 19, and then Cariel's just lethal, right? Should leave the opponent at 2 here if I'm not mistaken. Very nice. Oh, and I get to heal, honorably killing the Warlock. Guff Murtotem. I guess I like double weapon. Not insane, but pretty decent. Vandar? I was starting to think that card wasn't in my deck. Second Vandar in 17 games? Something like that. I guess I'll hit with the weapon. I don't know, maybe there's like a world where I don't want to, so I can play this Galloping Savior. But, yeah, probably not much reason to hold it. What a draw. I might regret playing this one from hand, because I do want to use my weapon charge in the next couple of turns. But I think a Druid is fairly likely to set off the Galloping Savior, so I should be able to get the value out of both. And obviously I would like to spend the 1 mana while I can. Insane draw. Well, it's really hard to draw something that's not discounted by Vandar, so that's sick, that's sick. Nourish and Moonlit Guidance. Eventually Druid will have to set off the Galloping Savior, but they can play around it for a couple more turns, I think. Oh, Lieutenant, you're so terrible. Maybe they innervate out Miracle Growth here, and then I can Lieutenant that. I guess I'll just play Lieutenant here. It doesn't gain much off this board, but it is protected by its Haunt. Makes it hard for the opponent to Miracle Growth here. I can't imagine Galloping Savior not going off this turn, especially since they hit Aquatic Form. So it's actually an extra taunt to protect my Lieutenant. Of course, they have a starfish. I still just have a lot of stats in play, though. They kill my 8/6, I guess. 5/5 and keep it 2/1? Sure. Okay. Not sure if those trades were optimal, but I will believe the opponent. They have more information than I do. What a bad draw. I do have an equality to push through that, so they need a Earthen Scales here. Hey, another terrible draw. You love to see it. Still get to push 11, though. I guess the dream with front lines is that I can hit Lady Anacondra and kill it. Maybe I can just kill the opponent, though. I do potentially have Baron Geddon double Brasswing for 6 burst. Looks like that will not be good enough, though. Something gets wrecked here. I guess the hand doesn't keep its immunity into their reckoning. Alright, what can you do for me, front lines? Alright, a pretty complex board state. I did snipe their Kazakus, which is really, really good. I got a Baron Geddon, which doesn't seem particularly good, if I'm being honest. I guess I'm killing 2 8/8s and a 7/7. Oh, cool. That was just good enough. Nice.